Hi all, welcome back. Punchestown Festival 2025. What a brilliant festival this is, set in County Kildare, Ireland. What a week in the calendar for Irish racing. This is all the big horses on show this week. 29th of April to the 3rd of May. 5 days of magnificent action in Punchestown. Really looking forward to this one. Then on the back of Punchestown, the Guineas Festival begins at Newmarket. What a time it is for horse racing. So we've got 5 selections, really like the look of, for Punchestown in the first couple of days of the festival. Let's take a look at those now. We start on Tuesday at 10 to 5 with a Grade 1 Champion Novices Chase. What a race this is going to be. 9 runners. Ballyburn top of the betting currently at the time of recording. 6 to 4. Can he bounce back from the Cheltenham disappointment last time? Well, he may well do. Willie Mullins, in fact, has the top 3 in the market. Lecky Watson had a really good win at Cheltenham last time out, and also Impair a Pass around 5 to 1. But we like one at a bit of a bigger price here, looking for some value. 12 to 1, Stellar Story. Thought he ran pretty well last time out at Cheltenham. Finished a few lengths, I think it was 4 lengths behind Lecky Watson in the Brown Advisory Novices Chase. Thought he ran pretty well that day. Gordon Elliott trained. Danny Gilligan will be on board again for this run. And feel that he also had a decent run at Navan earlier in February in the year. Just feel with this price and a few at the top of the market that certainly are capable of faltering. A few that are a bit too skinny enough to back. I feel I'd rather go for one at a bit of value with a bit of each way value there. So Stellar Story presents, in my opinion, the best each way value in this race, and around 12 to 1 at 9 runners. Look out if he can get an extra place, but even with 3 runners, potential to outrun those odds, and if he hits the frame, it won't be a bad result at all. So that is the selection for Tuesday at 10 to 5. It's a huge race. There's Champion Novice Chase. So we move on to Tuesday, 6 o'clock. What a race this is going to be. It's the Grade 1 Champion Chase. 6 runners in this race, but it's going to be super exciting. Fact to File leads the betting around evens. A lot of people will see this as a duel between Fact to File and Marine Nationale. Marine Nationale, second favourite, around 2 to 1, 15 to 8, with some bookmakers. Fascinating to see how these do. Fact to File off the back of a really impressive performance, as the same goes for Marine Nationale. Both of them Cheltenham Festival winners this year. And El Fabiolo really weak in the market, 5 to 1, drifting out to 8 to 1. So a lot of people unimpressed with the recent performances of El Fabiolo, with those 2 falls coming this year. So we're going to be Captain Guinness here, one at a big price, 20 to 1. Also, I thought ran okay last time out at Cheltenham, finishing 3rd. That was in the race won by Marine Nationale. It was the Queen Mother Champion Chase, and that was a race that Captain Guinness won the year before at a big price. A lot of people seem to write off this horse, and he seems to outrun his odds quite often. And can he do it again in this race? Well, quite possibly he can. He's had some really big runs in his career. Perhaps prefers softer ground, but has run okay on good to soft before, so we will see. I just feel at that type of price, and if you can get some extra places potentially on the exchanges, some bookmakers may have top 3 as well. I know there's only 6 runners, then certainly do like Captain Guinness to potentially outrun those odds. And he's served me well in the past, Captain Guinness, so we'll give him another go at a big price in this race, taking on the horses at the top of the market. Best of luck if you're having a bet on the 6 p.m. Tuesday. So next, the big one, the Punchestown Gold Cup, Wednesday, 30th of April, 4:25. What a race this is going to be. It's going to be a really small field, but exciting nonetheless. And Galopin des Champs, 6-5 is where I'm going for this race. Of course he could get beat. We saw him get beat last time out at Cheltenham by Another Way You're Thinking. He was odds on that day, 8-13. But his odds against at the time of recording right now around 6-5, and at that price I'm going to get involved. I think if he does go odds on around the same price he went for Cheltenham, I'm less interested, but I certainly feel he can bounce back. He didn't run badly at all at Cheltenham. He actually ran really well. It's just I know the way you're thinking was extremely good that day and got the job done. This is just a great horse, isn't he, Galopin des Champs? And yes, he's had a couple of career disappointments, including here at Punchestown last year, but he's still a brilliant horse, and he's still more than capable of bouncing back and winning this race. I understand why some people will have concerns and some people will go against him. Spillane's Tower will be popular, as will Banbridge. Banbridge could well bounce back. He had disappointment at the Gold Cup at Cheltenham as well. Monty Star, bit of an outsider, certainly has potential. That's why this race is fascinating, but going for Galopin des Champs, I will be placing a bet on him. So next we move to the 10-4 race on Wednesday. Calypso Chance 5-1 is our selection for the Champion INH flat race. Really interesting race, this one again. Not expecting too many runners, 6 or 7. Bambino Fever currently heads the market around 3-1, with Kilcannon 4-1. So Calypso Chance is an interesting each-way runner. Did not get things right last time out at Cheltenham, weakened quite badly. That was in the Champion Bumper. He was expected to do pretty big things that day. His price was very skinny, and Bambino Fever, we just mentioned him, he's favourite for this race. He won the Champion Bumper at Cheltenham, and he run really well that day. Stayed on beautifully towards the end of the last furlong. So Calypso Chance will need to bounce back, but I feel he's very capable. I'm sure Gordon Elliott will have him in good shape for this race. And at that type of price in a small field, I certainly feel there could be some value there, given how this horse looked last year in his starts at Navan and here at Punchestown. So Calypso Chance is our selection for this race on Wednesday. And then finally we move to Thursday, 10-5, Thursday 1st of May, for a brilliant race. There's the Champion Stayers Hurdle. Tupu and Bob Ollinger right at the top of the market, and understandably so. But we're looking for a bit of each way value here. We got Home by the Lee at 16-1. Like the chances of this horse, he had a rough year so far, unseated at Cheltenham. Got a bit unlucky there back in the Stayers in March. That was a race won by Bob Ollinger against Tupu, and it really was an interesting battle, that one. But yeah, Home by the Lee was unseated there. A bit unlucky to be unseated. Then followed up with a run at Aintree and just couldn't get into the race for whatever reason. Perhaps the conditions, perhaps the ground, perhaps just a bit unsettled from the last run. But capable on his day, this horse. Very capable. Really nice win at Leopardstown back in December. That was in a Grade 1 in the Savills there. Ran beautifully that day. And third in this race last year. Thought he ran pretty well as well that day. Unlucky to not get second actually that day. So big price, Home by the Lee. He does need to bounce back, but I do like the fact there's a bit of value there at 16-1. So best of luck wherever you're getting on at Punchestown if you're having a bet. Those are my selections. Let me know what you're getting on. Always great to see what people are discussing, what people are backing. Always fabulous to see a bit of horse racing discussion. I wish everybody all the best in what is going to be a fantastic week, and then leading up into Newmarket next weekend as well. Good times for horse racing fans. Speak again soon.